Next up in the workshop, Santa's not the only guy in a big red suit. Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop where we are still continuing to paint Krampus. I don't know. He's pretty cool. I like him. He's one of the biggest things that we've done on this show so far, so we're just going to keep at it. Well, what we're going to do now is we are actually going to black up some stuff that was missed by the spray. Or sort of missed by the spray. Anyway. And that shouldn't take too terribly long. Should be fairly quick. Then we can get on to working on some of the cooler bits. Today, probably what we're going to work on is the bells that I'm just doing right now. Because they're cool. And I like them. There we are. Kind of tidying things up. Getting into all the tiny little crevices. There we are. This is going quite well. At least I think so. And what we're doing is we're just getting the bells ready to be painted, so we're just tidying things up. Any places that missed this, that the spray missed when I was priming it, will now be covered in black, and it should be ready to take paint. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. And also, while you guys were away, I went in and I did a little bit of shading here on the white, and then we're just going to hit it with a dry brush of pure white, just a tiny brush. Just a little bit, right on the very tops. Tell you, this guy's looking great. I mean, as sure as you can see how he's looking on as you've been watching the show. You can see right inside the bell here how the spray didn't quite catch everything. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm making sure that the Now the inside of the bell will in fact be black. We're going to be doing the same things on the front here, because sometimes, you know, you can kind of see underneath the hands and whatever. It didn't quite, you know, the undercoat didn't quite get in there. But everything will be just fine and dandy when we get the base coat back underneath. Also, at this point, we can actually tidy up some spots that I went too far with the white. Clean all that up. Now I really haven't given any thought yet to what color I'm actually going to paint the skin. I might go with the black, just like it is, just do some highlights. Might go with a darker skin tone. I don't know, I haven't quite figured that out yet, but since we're not there yet, it's not a huge deal at the moment. You know, that's future me's problem, as they like to say. And it's not time for future me to be here. That's later. So for right now, it's just tidying it up. Getting the color where I need. The color to be. And filling in where the spray didn't catch. While still trying to be relatively neat. There we are. Ooh, now comes the hard part. Not ruining the white that I've already done. There we are. Also haven't fully quite decided what I'm going to do for out here yet. I mean, he almost looks good just the way he is. A couple of highlights on the black. And, you know, kind of send him on his way. But I don't really want to do that. Might give him more of a gray beard. We'll see. Okay. There we go. And now, the balls back here are nice and dry and they're ready to go. So, I think the color that we're going to use is Retributor Armor Gold. It's one of my favorite colors. Oh, excuse me very much. I am so sorry. Take a little bit onto the palette, and then let's just be careful, but have at her. You see those bells are just gonna come to life. I'm already kind of loving the way they're looking. Yeah. It's looking good. Now, I didn't, I didn't finish the miniature. Like, I didn't do any of the sanding or filling or anything like that. I just took it and painted it. I mean, you're obviously more than welcome to finish it however you want. Take the time and fill it if you like. Sand it so that it's smooth and you don't see the grains. It's all up to you. But since this was not up to me, I'm just painting this for a friend of mine, and the friend of mine is Phil Thrills, or Phil the Thrill. You can find him on his YouTube channel, Phil Thrills, where he does like 1-minute reviews of movies, and he's done a couple of unboxing videos. You should check him out. I think he's got some great stuff, and he's a great guy, and he's got a real, I don't know, he's got a real interesting style. I really like it. It's fantastic. Okay, so we are finished the gold balls, or at least their base coat. So we're going to let that dry. And then we have the bell on the other side, the big bell. Bing, bing, where is it here? Bing, bing. And we're going to go with a darker copper. Actually going to go with quite a dark copper on that one. We're going to go with Castellax bronze. Because I didn't feel that this bell should be as bright as those other more Christmassy bells. No, call me weird. Here we are. Painting the bells. Of course, things start getting finicky. Take your time. Be careful. Because you don't want to necessarily mess up all that time. That you spent doing all of the other details. So if you have to be just a little bit slower, take your time. That's okay. There we are. The two bells. Two bells are finished, or the three bells, I should say, are pretty much finished. And as for the white, like I said, we're just going to give it a dusting of pure white. So we're going to get out our small dry brush. Find our white. White car. Ooh, it's goopy. Well, that's okay. I don't mind. And we're just gonna lightly just hit those tips. It's going all around. Sorry, I'm holding it way off camera. Nobody can see what I'm doing. And for that I apologize. So all I'm doing is just giving it a light sort of a dusting with this pure white. It helps bring out the dinge that I want. I'm actually quite enjoying how it's looking. And I know that Phil will as well. I don't know why, but adding that highlight of the white just kind of brings out the dinge just nicely. Look at that. It's just a little white. Right there. Bells are dry, bells are ready to go. So what we're going to do is we are going to give them a wash. And then they will be let dry. This is great. He's actually coming together quite well. Take my handy shade brush. I'm using what's called Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss. So it's going to give a little bit more of a glossy finish to the metals that we've already put on. Trust me, when it dries, it'll look great. I love how this looks on the gold. Of course, can work it. Work it around. There we go. Look at that. It's looking good, isn't it? Last thing we have to do is the other bell, and I'm going to use the same wash, but it will give it a completely different look because we used a different color. Alright, kitties. Here we are. And that is the bells. We'll let those dry, and when we come back, we'll be ready to work on the face and the beard. There we go. That goes away. All right. Paints are away. All right. So, until next time, have a happy holidays. Stay safe, paint safe, and we'll see you in the workshop.